All right, here we go. I am recording. So, we are starting on the vocab sheet. Um, can somebody please tell me what health insurance is? Hands up. Come on now. Go ahead, Triton.
So health insurance is a form of insurance that you use just in case you become disabled or die.
Death is life insurance.
I think you're probably thinking of life insurance. Generally health insurance, but what is insurance in general?
A deductible so that it covers for any expense you may have to pay for after accidents, we'll say.
Right. So basically, the idea is that our health system in America. Has anybody had somebody in your family be seriously injured or have a problem? Okay, health-wise. Okay, and stuff like that. Like if you end up breaking a whole bunch of bones, or you have to have a huge surgery, those price tags on those surgeries and those hospital visits or ambulance rides are huge, right? Like we're talking about you could owe $250,000 from an accident or more. If it's something like somebody in your family gets cancer or something like that, it could be close to $500,000 that you're spending. And most of us don't have $500,000 sitting at home. I mean, I'm sure most of you do, but like I don't, okay? So try to think out people up besides yourself. But so basically what health insurance is, don't interrupt me for now, please. Health insurance is when you give money to a company and they will take care of your health bills for you or a certain amount of your health bills for you after you pay a certain amount. It is overall profitable for them because health insurance companies are a business. Just like banks are a business. They are making money off of you because they're taking your money every month to kind of provide you with assurance that in case something really bad happens to you, you can be covered. But often really bad things don't happen to people, so they just gather kind of like this money, and that's how their business works. So health insurance is when you pay an amount every month, and a company will pay your medical bills partially. Every health insurance company, every health insurance contract has different rules. Most of them have something called a deductible that you have. It's like a part you have to pay first, and then sometimes they'll pay for all of it after that, and sometimes they won't. Depends on what you're spending. Flip over to the back side. Often, remember how we were talking about the benefits of working for a job? Often with full-time jobs, they'll do a payroll deduction. This is an amount taken out of your paycheck. To pay for things like insurance. Often companies, they'll be like, you pay half of the premium, we'll pay for half. We're going to jump down on the sheet, down to premium on the bottom. This is the amount that you pay every month to the insurance company. Some businesses are absolutely fantastic on how much of the premium they'll pay for their employees. Some businesses will pay for your entire health insurance premium. But that's kind of like one of the benefits for working at a place like that. And some of them won't. So it really kind of, it's one of those, remember how we were talking about comparing jobs and you got to kind of think about everything a job has to offer. How much your paycheck is per week isn't necessarily everything. If a company is willing to completely pay for your health insurance, that is huge, especially if you have a family where everybody is on the health insurance plan. A deductible is how much of hospital bills you have to pay before the insurance company pays. A health insurance company will pay for some things automatically. Here are the things a health insurance company will usually pay for without you paying anything. Wellness visits, do you know what that is? It's when you just go get checked out once a year, right, and get your stuff. Stuff like colonoscopies, and that is where they're checking for like cancer or problems, usually in men, in your colon. Breast exams, when women get old enough that they need like a mammogram for something like that. Why do you think an insurance company is willing to pay for a wellness exam, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy? Why are those the things that insurance companies are like, you know what, this one's on us? Yeah?
I assume before something gets worse, do it more.
Right, because a health insurance company is a business, and they have done the math on it. And when you have to pay for somebody's cancer treatment, that is very expensive. But paying for a mammogram to prevent breast cancer, to catch cancer early, or getting a colonoscopy is something, or a wellness exam is something where they can basically, their money that they're putting in to spend on that really helps them later, because then people don't get cancer as much. Remember, it's not because health insurance companies are like, oh, we just want you to be so well. It's because they're a business, and they need to take care of their money. Okay?
We're nothing but customers to them, and they're investing in us.
Often. All right, so let's look at this worksheet and try some of them together.
That's the dark side. People around you are just statistics.
Okay. So let's try, number 7 and 8. This person's medical bill is $2,485. Do you guys remember? I told most of you because you were in my classes at that point. A few of you. This is the first class you've had with me this year, and so you don't know that my husband almost died this summer. He was in he was on a bike accident when he was going about 40 miles an hour, and hit the ground and punctured his lung. And and couldn't get to the hospital for a couple hours. So real bad stuff. His rib punctured his own lung, so he broke his collarbone and his ribs. Don't interrupt me for right now. And anyway, it was very, very scary. But he didn't have an ambulance ride to the hospital. Somebody drove him. And then he had to have, his lung reinflated, and then had to stay in the hospital for about 3 days before he could be taken home. And then had to go back for many physical therapy things. They had to reset his bone. They had to do a surgery on him where they inserted a metal piece of his collarbone about that long. So all of that, if we did not have health insurance, would have cost us about $150,000. But we do have health insurance, which means that we have really gone through our whole deductible this year, which meant that my husband and I literally turned to each other and said, hey, are there any surgeries that you need or would like? Because they're free right now from our health insurance company. And then he went in and got them done.